Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can hear
can.
you.
Nice, thank you. Um, so, as we know that today's session is the so-called Cloud Advanced slash Containerization. Yeah, because on Monday and Wednesday we talked about cloud and the infrastructure as a service. Other than VMs, we can also use the containers in the cloud. So today I'll be introducing about containerization, yeah, which is one of the important components of cloud computing. But a container not necessarily just run on cloud environment. It can be nearly everywhere. Can be in the HPC cluster or local machine, everywhere. Yeah. Let me show you my slides. Uh, share desktop. I suppose you can see my shared screen now.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Slideshow. Okay. Let's get started. Again, my name is Armin Pei. Um, I'm from the Research and Computing Group of University of Alberta. My coworkers, Chris, Jerry, Carol, Cream, uh, yeah, maybe more. They are with us. If any questions, they may go ahead. Um, I'm also working for the so-called Cloud National Team of Alliance or Digital Researcher Alliance of Canada. A few coworkers like me. Oh, also we have our coworkers Dean Shivi. Yeah. Um, okay. Uh, this is the outline of today's talk about containerization, starting from what is a container and the comparison between container in the what's that computer science with the real world containers and benefits of using containers, um, followed by the comparison between container and the VM. Maybe this is a very confusing part for beginners. Why we use containers if we already have VMs? Yeah, I will try to address this. Um, and then we will be talking about using different tools to do containerization, like Docker, Singularity slash AppTainer, and Kubernetes. Those are the three very popular tools to do containerization. And I will be also demonstrating how to do it one by one. You can follow me today, so get your hands dirty. Yeah. Or you just take a look. You can try it out later. Okay, let's move on. First, what is a container? We can see that there is a comparison between shipping container and the computing container. Indeed, the computer container borrowed this name from the shipping container. Yeah. A while ago, I was listening to a podcast. I was surprised. It said the invention of a container um, basically changed the world. I didn't notice that this is little invention could make so much change indeed. But eventually, I got to know why. So what is the shipping container? It's a standard unit of shipping. It means every every container has a standard size or capacity. Yeah. So it packages goods and it can be shipped to everywhere, and it's very convenient to move from one ship to another ship. And yeah, at the destination, it's also standardized to use some transportation to transport to the final destination. Yeah. Uh, Containers are isolated, so they won't mix up with each other. Yeah, that's another benefit. Yeah, easy to move around, as already said. Yeah. So, and it is compatible with all kinds of cargo ships. Yeah. So otherwise, thinking before this invention, the all kinds of goods, uh, if they put together, that's really very messy, right? And you cannot stack them up. It's not easy to move different shapes, types, goods to different places. Yeah. At the same time, we can see that the computing part for a container is also a standard unit. It's not for goods, but it's for software. They are also isolated. That means resources in one container basically has nothing to do with the other containers. Yeah, virtually. Yeah, in physically, as I said, um, we have maybe a whole piece of a CPU core, memory, disk, but virtually we slice them into small pieces for each individual use case. Yeah, and they are also isolated. Yeah, sorry, maybe I already talk about this. And it's easy to port or move to other environment as long as it's a similar OS kernels. Yeah, so it's very similar to the shipping container. That's why we defined container. Yeah. So next we will see the benefits of using containers. The first is the isolation. I already introduced about this. Each container has its own resources. That means their own CPU, memory, local disk. Yeah. So there is basically no interference with the other containers. Yeah. Um, they are also lightweight because using container, the biggest difference technically is that containers doesn't have their own OS kernel. They share the OS kernel of the physical host, not like the VMs. Each VM has its own OS kernel. So they are much lightweight. Yeah. And basically a container is well tailored because we use one container to for a specific case. Not like the VM. Basically, it's everything all in one. A container only do some specific things, so it gets rid of unnecessary software library dependencies. Yeah, that's why it's relatively smaller than VMs. Yeah. This is the first two benefits. We have more. Similar to VMs, containers also have their own images on top of some repositories. So we call them container images. Each container image has been made for the convenience for other users that include uh, something like applications, tools, libraries, necessary dependencies. Um, there are some shared repositories, like we can even use the what's that Docker, sorry, Docker Image Hub and Singularity Hub to store or distribute the images. They are configured and ready to download. So mostly you don't have to reinvent the wheel to create a container image from scratch. You just download one and modify it. Yeah, but sometimes you can still start from scratch using Docker file. Yeah, I'll show you later. Um, yeah, obviously it's easy to share between users if one has already published a kind of a container image, others can just use it. Yeah. Other than those benefits, there are more like portability. Uh, I already said like in the shipping container, it's easy to be what's that moved to other ships or cargoes. Similarly, containers, since it's a lightweight, it's well tailored, and yeah, it's everything wrapped in the kind of a black box. So it's easy to be ported to other hosts as long as they have a similar OS kernels. Yeah, because they share the same kernel. Yeah, we yeah we have to make sure the OS kernel is similar. I don't want to say same, but maybe basically similar. So again, here you don't have to reinvent your wheel again. Yeah, because if you have done something, you spend lots of time install something, develop something, uh, compile something. You wrap all of them into one container. In a new environment, you don't have to do it from scratch. That takes a long, long time, right? Sometimes. So you can just wrap everything into a container and then move to the new environment. That's a huge convenience sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Using containers, we can also deploy something called microservices because containers are lightweighted, smaller. We can just use one container for a specific service, and then let multiple containers to work together. So So together, they deliver kind of a service for users, yeah, from a different perspective. Yeah, that's so-called microservice. That's one of the most important applications of containers. Yeah, this slide shows you the comparison between containers and VMs. I think indeed I already touched about those. Something like a lightweight, um, agility, because no hypervisor layer, no OS layer, so containers are much faster uh, in performance, and granularity and specificity. Yeah, what does this mean? As I said, like the microservices, we can use one container for a specific purpose, right? And the scalability. Obviously, for the size and what's a lightweight, so we can easily scale up or down on demand of the containers, uh, meaning we can spawn many containers, uh, or if sometimes we don't need the most of them, we just kill them. So to save the resources, yeah, that's the so-called scalability. Yeah. Also availability and reliability, because if one container is filled, we can just automatically let it replicate one to start a new container. Yeah, it's very easy to do failover. Portability, yeah, I already said about this. Yeah, so it's easy to be ported to other hosts. So from the picture at the right hand, we can see the difference internally from between containers and the VMs. So basically, they look very similar, but we can see the key difference is between the so-called container engine layer and in the container side, and on the VM side, there are two layers corresponding to this above host OS. So there is such a layer called hypervisor. So, and then each VM gets its own OS. We call it guest OS. So yeah, that's why virtual machines will be less performance than containers. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Docker. Docker is a very popular tool for running containers, maintain containers. It's called also a container engine. It's on the what's this layer uh, to help build, deploy, run, update, manage containers. That's how it works. Yeah. So here there's a list uh, about the basic Docker operations, like create a container, start a container, list containers, run a container, uh, execute a container command. Yeah. Stop a container, remove, search, download an image. Yeah. Copy files, commit changes, upload to a repository. Yeah. Before I do the demo, yeah, we can go through this uh, how to create or customize a Docker image. Uh, so because if we want to use a Docker, first we need a Docker image. On top of the image, we can run a container. Yeah. So first, either you build your own image from scratch by um, compiling a Docker file as a you can see the link for details. Yeah. But today I don't want to go through it. Yeah. Because I don't want you go to feel so complex a container or how to do containerization. We just borrow some existing images, then we can see how it works. Okay. Yeah, the another approach is that we can build from an existing container image. Yeah. So later I'll show you the difference between those two approaches. Okay. Here's an example of the what's that, the Docker file. I just wrote wrote 4 lines. Yeah, there are many more what's that actions can be added to the Docker file, but um, basically, what do you do? Just give it from. That means from which base image. I give it so-called Nginx that can be downloaded from the what's that image hub. And then you want to move some files to the container, you use a copy. And then I can open some port, use expose the port number, and then let it run something like a command nginx run nginx, and I give some options like a minus G dim off. That means I don't want it to run at the backend. Yeah. Okay, next I would like to demonstrate how to use Docker. And if you are ready, you can follow me. Do I have the link? Oh, I should share the link. Don't block me. And this one? No. Okay. Um, let's see, container. Oh, I should share with you this link. If you could click on it and find such thing called cheat sheet Docker MD. Yeah. Let's open it, see what's inside. Okay. So this web page shows you the instruction of how to use Docker. Let's start from the beginning. First, we have to install a Docker environment and set up the user in the new environment. I suppose that everybody has your own VM on the cloud still. If not, I have to find a machine for you. Can you give me a hand if you still have your VM running on the what's that Abuter's cloud? Or yeah, just show me your hand. Let me see if everybody has it. I got one. Not everybody. Okay. Yeah. Seems that most people don't really have your own VM yet. Mm. Um, Let me see. So then we can, which is better? If I can let you to spawn your own VM, then start from that, or you can even do on your own machine. But different people may have their different what's that environment that I cannot guarantee. Yeah, you can follow me. So um, let me see. I just want to see if we have a what's that shared environment for you. Yeah. Okay. I got this one, but the thing that I have to set up different accounts for you. Yeah. Um, Let me see. Let's do this. Everybody, I hope you today you can have your own VM. Then you start from that. Okay. Um, if you could just find guess the username here. Can you see my what's the tab of the document? Give me a signal. Can you see this?
Yes, we can see that the prep of Cloud Bootcamp gets.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I hope everybody has their own name on what's that on the table, and get your guest account. So then we can spawn our what's that VM and start from that. So it also give us a good opportunity to practice how to run a VM on the OpenStack-based cloud. Okay. Okay, I suppose I already done this step. Let's move on to Abutus. If you could log into Abutus. Once you have already logged in, and then please click on the instance, compute the instance tab. And then click on launch. Oh, sorry, I should give the what's that, the password. Yes. I hope this one is right. This is the password. If it's wrong, then let's ask Chris because he sets up. Okay. Let me show you. The thin dash 747. Yes, thanks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, give me a thumb up if you have already logged in. Yeah, let me know. By the way, uh, my style of giving a talk is that I welcome everybody to raise questions and stop me at any time. Yeah, so feel free to ask any questions or make any comments. Okay, I really love that indeed. Yeah. Okay, now let's click on instance. And then let's click on launch instance. We can see already some VMs set up here. But if you don't have one yet, let's launch one. Click on this button, and then there's a pop-up showing up. We can fill out the information to launch a VM. First, give it a name, just any random name, whatever it is. Like I give a Ermin 01. Okay. And choose the availability zone as a persistent 01 or 02 because our project is on top of the persistent resource. Okay. Either 01 or 02, please. Okay. Leave the rest as is. And then click on source and choose image. And then from the list of the OS, you can choose anyone you're familiar with. I'm more familiar with the Red Hat based stuff. So like CentOS, Red Hat, Alma Linux. So I choose Alma Linux. Yeah. You may be familiar with Ubuntu or other types, up to you. But most of the instructions are based on the Red Hat series. So you may also follow me to use Alma Linux, okay? And then click on flavor. We choose a flavor. That means the resource combo. Since it's just a small test, I just choose P2 3 GB. Should be enough. Okay, I choose this one. That means we get two virtual CPUs and a 3 GB RAM. Okay. Networks, we will be choosing the default one. Dev Training Cloud is the project name, and network, we choose this one. It goes up here. And then let's move on to key pair. This is the trickiest part. Yeah. If you don't have a key yet, you have to produce one from your terminal. Or you create one here, which may be more complex for some new users. I recommend you use the import way to import one already generated from your terminal to find the file that's called public key. Let's import, give the name, Ermin key, so whatever it is, any name. Choose file, oops, Ermin. For me, it's in the so-called oops, is it? Yeah, we have to find this hidden directory called the .sh. Different operating system will be different. Yeah, so uh, .sh, SSH. Yeah, and find the file name called idsrsa.pub, and then import the public key here. Okay, only do the pub one. Okay. You don't want to expose your private key to others. Let me know if you have any issues this step. I believe many new users may have issues. So now we can see that I get the key pair. Indeed, just one public key because I keep the private key. Okay. Any issues? No? Awesome. Okay, after done that, we can just launch the instance. Leave the rest as is, unless you know what it means, okay? And launch an instance. So I got the ME01 VM spawning. Takes 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah. And then at the same time, I associate a floating IP and find the IP address or allocate one if there's nothing in the list. Okay, I associate. If you feel really hard to spawn your own VM in a short time, you can tell me, and I can open the access to this VM for you. So this was set up for some users find it hard to set up their own environment. Okay, let me know. Yeah. Okay, I got the virtual machine running, right? And I have the IP address, the public IP address. Then I can just connect to it. Let me open my terminal. Let me see if you guys can see my terminal. Maybe not. Today we need to show you the terminal, where it is. Can you see my blue terminal?
Yes, yeah, we can see the blue terminal.
Thank you so much. Okay. Awesome. Let me clear this. My desks were always messy. Yeah. Okay, let me open one more tab. I got my IP address, so sh-l, give it the default username, because I use Alma Linux. It's Alma Linux. And then the IP address. Oops. Oh, because I have already using it, been using it for a while, so it keeps the old record. I have to remove it. Oops, more. That means I used this IP address before, but for an old machine. Now for a new machine, I have to remove the old record. Okay, now I'm in. Okay. So now I want to show you how to install the Docker environment, uh, Docker server and Docker client in a new environment. So let's go to the web page. Yeah, basically you can just copy paste what I showed you. Yeah, we can copy this command and then paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Yeah, let's install them. I just pasted here in the chat. You can run on any machine if you haven't yet the Docker CE or Docker client installed yet. It takes a little while. We can see that it installs so many packages. Yeah, including Docker Compose, Fuse, SE Linux for containers, Container D, and so many libraries. Docker CE is the one for the server or service. And yeah, IP tables for firewall, so many stuff. Whatever it is, we don't worry about that. Yeah, we just use it. Wow, you got a complete. Awesome. Okay, next, what we should do? Because we don't recommend you use a container as a root, as a administrator role. So please run this two commands to add your user account to the Docker group. That means later you can use your regular account to operate containers, operate Docker, sorry. Yeah, I just simply copy paste. It logs you out. Why? Because it asks you to re-log in to get the newly set up environment. So otherwise it won't work. So let's log in again. Okay, now let's run something to see if it works. Let's run doc ps. Let's see. If a no error message, that means you're good. Yeah, you will see an empty list. That means we haven't done anything yet. but yeah, it can show this what's that columns and Docker images shouldn't see nothing. Yeah, okay, that's good. If you run into anything, let me know. Anything, any errors? Okay. Next, what do we want to do? Here, I show you the example of a Docker file, but you don't have to do it now. Or you just follow me. Let's do a quick copy paste thing to see how it works. You don't have to know the meaning of those commands. Okay. We just want to show you that how it works. Use any editor. I like Vim, and not so sure you can use Nano. Yeah. Okay. Up to you. Oops, I don't have Vim yet. Too bad. Okay, I use VI, the what's that regular version. I just copy pasted this file and then write into a file name that I should give it a name Docker file. Yeah, you should follow this naming. So D is what's that um, uppercase Docker file. Yeah. Oops. Let's see. We have the Docker file here. Yeah. See. Basically, I already explained. We based on the Nginx base image, and then we do something on it, and then we run the Nginx. It's a web service. So let's next let's run it. What's the question? There's no nano. I entered VI when pasted, but how do I exit? Yeah, wow. Yeah, VI is very tricky for new users. Yeah. Let me see. If you already done the paste thing, give it what's the column. You can see it from the bottom left corner, and then use W and then give the file name Docker file. Okay, you write a Docker file. I already done this, so I don't do it anymore. And then again, column Q. Q means quit. I'll do it here. W file Docker file and then Q. Okay. VI is very tricky. So if you're not familiar with it, you cannot even get out from it. Yeah. Um, so, but you can install Nano indeed if you're not familiar with it. Let's say just a sudo yum install Nano. Should work. Give it a Y. Okay, I'll copy it here. Yeah, it's so convenient. Yeah. Awesome. Good. Okay. I hope everybody follows me. If not, let me know. I can stop for you. Okay? Because this is a hands-on session. Don't be shy to let me know. Yeah. Okay. What next after installing Nano? Yeah, Nano, you can Nano Docker file and then copy paste the Docker file content I showed in the web page, and then save it as a file. Okay. Okay. We have done this step. Then we can run it. Exciting, right? But before run a container, we have to build an image. That's our own image. So we can just run this command. I just do it here, but yeah, I'll explain after this. Basically, Docker build means we build an image, not a container. Container is run on top of an image. We build an image just like we build an operating system for a VM. Okay. Here I give it a name, random name, my web or whatever it is, nginx. Yeah, up to you, whatever you like. Yeah, and give it a tag. That tag basically means a version name or whatever you want. Just easy to be recognized or differentiate from other versions. You could build many versions after many types of um, modifications. That's why we need a tag because we don't want to find a new name for each time. Okay. Here we can give it like a v1, yeah, and then give it the current path that includes the Docker file where it is. It's here. It's already in the current directory. Sorry. So we just give it a dot. Dot just means the current um, directory, or you give it something like this, pwd. That's the same thing. Or you give the full what's that path of Linux. Yeah, all the same because they include those the just created Docker file. You don't give the Docker file name. Okay, you only give the directory name. Yeah. Okay. Then to make it simple, we just give it dot. Let's build. Remember the name you give and the version number or the tag, okay? Because later we need to use it. Whatever you give it, it doesn't matter. The thing matters that you keep it in mind. Okay. So it does something, then we can see, okay, let's go through it a little bit. It's so blurry, yeah. Okay, here. So we can see that it does something. It download the NGX base image from doc.io and then find some context and download something. Yeah, and then export into image. Yeah, okay. Now let's run Docker images. You should see it. See, this is my newly built image. Don't worry about this. Later I will show you the basics again. Here, I just want to show you how to build an image from scratch, okay? And then we want to run this the so-called container on top of this image. You just simply copy what I give you, okay? Because here we just want to demonstrate to you how it works. Later I'll show you the uh, each basic step, okay? I cannot simply just copy paste this command because I give it a different name or different tag, so I have to change the tag. So, but it's good to show you how it works, right? So then we can see our long hash code produced. It's the ID of the container already generated. So Docker PS -a, you should see the container. Yeah. And then if I just because I just opened the what's that the port 80 for this web service. I just try to access to it to see if it works. Okay, ooh, it works. It says welcome to Nginx. That means it works. It shows you a web page. If you use a web browser, To access this, you should see the web page. Okay? Or I'll do it for you here. Can I? No, I cannot. Why? Because, let me see, maybe I could do it. If I have already opened the, oops, no. I have I have to open the port to me myself or to the world. Let me see. Uh, in the network part, security group. Oh, I already have the web that has the port 80 open to all over the world. I can just use it. How to use it? You can do the same thing. Yeah, I'll show you. For me, my VM, I can edit the security group. Okay, click on this, find your VM and then click on this. And then we can see there's a web question. My 880 port 80 is currently used. Can I change the Docker port? Very good question. Yes, you can do it. You can just change the first number. Remember there's a minus P 80 to 80. The first number is for you to change. You can change it to whatever it is. Something like this, for example. The first number is for your local environment. The second number 80 is the one really runs in the container. So we map the first number to the container port number. That means we can use any number in our local environment to get connect to the container port. Make sense? Okay, come back. Since you already have the web security group set up for you, so you can just use it. Add to the right hand side and then save. No problem. Okay, so let's try again. Let's see. Oh, it's already there. Yeah, I didn't even refresh it. It's already there. See, this is your first web service. Exciting, right? To all over the world. Okay. So I already quickly demonstrated how to use a Docker file to produce a image, and then on top of the image, how to run a container that contains some services for you or others to use. I hope this will be a good demo for you to know how it works for the containers. Yeah. Otherwise, if I just dive into the basic operations, sometimes people will get very confused. What the hell we should do this? What's the meaning of doing this? Yeah. So question, what's the relationship between the localhost URL and the IP? Um, Good question. Local means if you are on top, if you are physically located in the machine that is running, you can just use the local URL. But if you or others are remote, you're not on the support, you have to use its public IP to access to it. That's why we need a public IP or floating IP. Make sense? That's just depends where you are located. Okay. So Docker run 85, yes, correct. You will be using port 85. The second number 80 is only used by the container itself. You cannot change that. If you change that, it doesn't recognize this. Okay. But nothing comes up when I access 8085 because you give 85. Now you access 8085. That's wrong. You should only use 85, but 85 could be used by the system. You should use a very big number, okay, above 2000-ish. Yeah, what I mean is that you should use 8085 instead of 85 because the system use those smaller ports. Okay, nice. I hope everybody can already run their own container and use access the web service. Any questions, let me know. Don't be shy. Okay. And then we can move on to the what's that nuts and bolts of Docker operations. Okay. So first, if we want to just directly run a container, we don't want to bother to run our own image and yeah. So we can just run a container on top of an image that already uh, created in the world. Just something like a hello world. That's a very basic but a very common one. Yeah, just show you the example. Okay. Either we'll do something. Let's take a look. Yeah, together. See, I'm able to find the so fast. I'm unable to find the image locally. So either will pull or download from the repository or Docker Hub. It's under this directory. And then pull complete means it's downloaded. And after that, it runs the container for me. What does it do? It just show you a welcome message. Yeah. So containers can be thought of as just like uh, just like a tool or something can do some tools can do something for you. Yeah, it can do very complex stuff for you or very simple ones, just like a command. You can sometimes just treat it as a command, or it can be a huge black box that includes all kinds of stuff. It's up to you. Okay. So, okay, question. Block device mapping is invalid. Yeah. Uh, so this step means you have something wrong with the disk. Yeah. So uh, I'm not so sure what kind of let me see operations you have done. Uh, so can you just try again? Instance, uh, just use most default settings, and you have to choose what's that the availability zone called the persistent 01 or 02 for the availability zone. Choose this one. Sorry, I'm just answering a question about an error. Yeah. Okay, next, let's go back to the web page. What do we want to do? So we already run a what's that container. Let's see if it's there. Run doc ps, but we don't see it because this is the one I produced, right? Where it is? Let's see. We add -a. It's here. Why? Because it's exited. It's gone. That's why, yeah, because this is just a container to run a command. after done this, it's just terminated itself. Not like the my web one. It's what's that service. That means it keeps running there. Okay, that's the difference. Minus A means everything, all. So including the running ones and the exited ones. Okay. And let's type doc images. Doc images. We can see that there are two images. One I produced, the other one is I just downloaded. Yeah. Next, sometimes I may not just go through the list one by one. I could jump uh, from here to there. Yeah. So yeah, I already done Docker images, and now let's try this command. Yeah. Okay. To see if it works. Yeah, it works for me. It download the BusyBox image and then run a container on top of the image for me to do what? Just do this thing to echo to display a message. Hello from inside BusyBox. You can do anything. Why I put this message? Because I want to show you this is different from I do this directly. Okay, that's different. Why? Because if I run this command directly here, that means I use this machine, the means 01 to do something. Okay. If I do it in a container, that means I use the container to do this. That's the difference. Okay. Because we are trying to use a container, so I do this. You can do whatever you want, as long as there's such a what's a functionality inside the container. Okay. Or echo whatever. Yeah, it shows whatever. Yeah. You can do changes in the container and let it to do something more meaningful. Okay. Okay. Next, I want you to run this command because later we will be using it. Let it sleep for 300 seconds or 5 minutes. Then we docker ps. See, it's here because it's just still sleeping. That means it's still alive. Yeah. Then what do we want to do? Then we want to go inside the container to poke around. Exciting, right? Yeah. Copy, paste this line. Okay. I just copy in the chat and here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it works. Yeah. Keep in mind now we are on the VM with this user name. But now if I run this command, let's see what's the change. Oh, now it changes. That means we're already in the tummy of the container. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. It's a basic Linux system, including those system directories, file system. Okay. And what we can do? Yeah, now it's just like a machine. You can do the basic stuff in a machine. Let's say host name. The name is called this thing. Let's compare to what do we get here? Where is? Oh, 554B Why I don't see this guy? Ah, interesting. I don't know. It should be the same ID. Whatever. Um, and then choose the command who am I to see. It says root. Wow, you have the root privilege. Okay, that means you can do everything here in the container. Okay. Keep in mind this. Later I will show you a difference. Okay, not your root. Okay. Then you can do something else like ls uptime, like question. My container ID is also different from my host name. Yes, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why. It should be the same. Anyway, okay. Uh, you can df to see the disk space and du minus h to see how big it is. It's a 4.1 m megabyte. I just want to show you how big it is, the container. In total, it's just 4 megabyte, but it's already a machine like a thing. Isn't it? It's very, very nice. Okay. It's a very tiny machine. Okay. Let's get out by running exit. Running exit. Let's get out. We can also rename a container if I don't like the hash code thing. Yeah. By you running this name ID or say because let's do this first. Docker ps because this name doesn't really make sense to me. I want to change it. Oh, look, let's rename. Docker rename, change the put the what's that ID here. You want to change and give it a new name. Uh, my busy box maybe. Whatever it is. Okay. Okay. It doesn't complain anything means it's good. Let's try again. Oh yeah, here. It's already changed. Otherwise, it will randomly give you a name. Doesn't really make sense. Okay. Now it's the name I give. Okay. What's next? We can stop or start a container. Let's try. Sometimes it's useful. Why? Because if we want to delete a container, we have to stop it first. Otherwise, it won't work. Let's try. If I want to remove a container, let's see if it works. Oops, it works. That's not fair. Shouldn't work. Oh, because it's already down. Yeah, let me do it again. Let's run a BusyBox again. Let it sleep for 300 seconds, and then if I want to remove it, oops, no, I have to change it. Docker rename. No, copy PS first. I got this guy. You don't have to rename it unless you really don't like the name. Okay, I just Docker either the ID or the random name. Let's see if it works. It says no, cannot remove a container because it's running. Stop it first. Okay, let's stop it. Stop. Okay, takes a little while to stop it. Yeah, it's stopped, exit. So then I can remove it. No, it's removed. If I run docker ps, it's gone, right? Only the one, the my web one, still there. Okay. Okay, next, what do we want to do? Sometimes if you have a lot of containers, you don't want to remove them one by one. You just simply run docker container prawn, just like a prawn a tree. Yeah, it's very convenient. Okay. I don't do it here because I don't have so many containers. You can also remove an image if because each image takes some space. Sometimes it could be really wasting of resource. You can just remove image from your local machine. It's called RMI. I stands for image, and then give it a name. Let's see if it works. No, because it's using by a container, I believe. That means container this is using the image, so I cannot do it. Yeah. I have to either force it to do it, or I have to stop the container. Yeah. Let's see, docker ps minus a. Find the, oh my goodness, I have so many. Yeah. So yeah, but I can at least, okay, I can do this. Docker rm this hello world thing, and then I deleted the hello world image. Docker rmi this guy works. Deleted. Say if I run docker images, the hello world image is gone. Okay. You can see here the images could be very for size very significantly. Like the my web is 192 megabyte, and the BusyBox is only 4 megabyte. Some images, if you install lots of software, it could be gigabytes, yeah, 100 gigabytes, or even bigger. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't mean a container image is always small. Sometimes it could be big. Just depends what you put into the container, right? Let's go back to the instruction. Uh, Web service with Docker. Indeed, we already demonstrated it in the what's that Docker file part, but still can we can repeat this to see. There's a easier way. You don't have to compile your own Docker file. You can just use it. Like we search a Docker engine. What's that? Not the Nginx images. There are so many here in the world. Yeah, you can choose the official one. Question? Is it a question? Oh, I got a question. Um, yeah, you are good. You see the welcome message from Nginx? That means succeeded. Still unable to access from your web browser. Let me see. Um, sudo command web browser. Can you show me the error message from a web browser? What does it say? Okay, just give me yeah, copy paste the error message. Okay, let's move on. If we got the Nginx, let's just run it. Okay, because it will download the Nginx based image for me and run a container for me. Okay, now it's running a Nginx web service. Same thing, because it's run on the same machine, we will see the same thing here, just like, yeah. Because I use the same VM to run the NGX. This time is from the official website. Yeah, for the image. We should say the same thing. And at the back end, it runs this kind of a service for me. Okay. Next, type Control C to exit. Yeah. Okay. The question that Safari cannot open the web page. That's because mostly because the firewall is not open yet. Um, so have you added first which machine you're using? You're using the VM on top of OpenStack, I believe, right? Because I can see the no, you on Mac or on the virtual machine. I think it's on the virtual machine because I can see it here. In your, you know what? Let's do it here, so you guys can also share the what's the message. So you should add the web access to it, as I showed you. Let's move this. On your virtual machine, click on this down arrow and find the thing called edit security groups if you haven't done this. And you should see web here if you haven't done, and then click on the plus button, move it to the right hand side for your VMs. Because this web just I created for this bootcamp to open the port 80 and 8080 44.3, yeah, those kind of web-based ports for our users, yeah, for the bootcamp audience. So after done that, you save it. Good, save it. How to move? You just add, click on the plus button. If you haven't done, I'm not so sure because let me see yours. Oh, worked. Okay. Okay, let's go back. The next, I want to show you how to use it as a daemon because it will be annoying if we keep it in the front end, right? Yeah. Sometimes if we just close the laptop or local machine, then this service will be gone. I want to move it to the back end. It can run anytime. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how to do it. Doc run -d. Yeah. Name. -d means daemon. Just put it to the backend. -p, capital P, this not a small, the lowercase p. That means you just create a random port number, but you can change it. You can change it. Let's see. P 280. And a name could be any name because I just did a V1, right? Let's do V2 or any tags. Oops. What? What? Why? Hmm, weird. I don't know. Uh, so let's Docker. Yes. No. Oh, because it's already gone. Because it's already run the service and then gone. Is it? 17 seconds. Okay. Yeah, let's try this one. Local host. I give it 888. Yeah, it works. It's still there, but it's at the back end. Let's go to the web browser to see if it works. Yes, it works. See, this shows you how to push a container service to the backend. Yeah, as a permanent service. Okay. Yeah. Remember here, if you use a capital P, that means you have to retrieve the random port number using this command. If you don't like that, you can customize the number using the smaller or lowercase p. Yeah. Okay. I already showed you this. Okay. Next would be a very important operation to move files, move data to a container. Yeah. Yeah. There are different ways. Let's see the first way. Copy a file or data from a host to the container. Host means the physical machine that is running the containers. Okay, you can use Docker CP to copy a file. This is a very small file, just as an example, to your container. In which directory? The whole command just do this. Yeah, let's see how it works. Uh, Docker CP something to some containers, and then the path. Let's try this. I just directly copy it. It says successfully copied something to or some size of data to somewhere, okay, to a container and somewhere. Let's go inside to check if it lies first. Let's run this command the doc exec. What's that? Exactly, basically means execute to run something. Let the from outside to let the container to run something from inside. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, we can see this file already there, right? It's in the container slash temp. Indeed, we can go inside to see if it's really true. How? We can run doc exec minus it and then give the name and then sh maybe. Let's see. Okay, it works. Now we are in the tummy of the container. Let's see ls. It shows the basic file system and ls temp. You should see the guy is here. Interesting, right? Hey, let me know if you have any issues running this. Okay. Or we could copy a file from a container to outside world. How? Still use the CP, but this time just change the order. First, I will give the container name and a file name and path, and then to somewhere. Yeah, let's just copy it. Path to host path in. I just give you an example. So here, for example, I give dot. Dot just means the current directory of in the host I'm working on. Okay, let's try in the now we are in the container. Okay. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, we have to get out because you can only run the docker command in from outside, right? Yeah. We copy a file called MOTD from the container to a directory. Yeah, we can just give a full path or just dot, up to you. Yeah, that's the same thing. It says we already copied some data that takes 2 KB. Let's see, we I MOTD, see, it's there. It's the file. This is just a demo, right? Sometimes you may copy a huge amount of data, right? Next, migrate a container from one host to another. This is maybe another important feature of using container. Because the reason why we want to use a container, why we bother to do it, why we just use it directly on the machine. That's because sometimes we if we're in a new environment, we don't want to do everything from scratch again, right? If we have spent lots of time, months, years to do something, we want to easily just what replicate what we did, either for ourselves or for somebody else. Yeah, to easily duplicate what we are doing. Okay, that's why this is so important. We use a container. We can migrate a container to another environment. There are two methods. For method A is that we can first export a container to a file. Normally, we make it a table to make it compressed. And then in the new environment, we import the table and then unwrap it. Pew, everything will be there. Yeah, so convenient, right? This is the first method. The second method is to save a container into an image. And then on the other side of the new environment, we load the image. Yeah, similar, but there is a key difference. Later, I will show you the real difference. That's why I put so much stuff. Yeah, you can see that the first method doesn't keep what you have done in the memory, but the second one very handy. After you move all the stuff, the thing you run in the old environment will still be running in the new environment. That will be very useful, right? Yeah, okay. Uh, we are approaching 10:30. Normally it's our break time. Please, yeah, take a rest, drink some coffee or tea. Yeah, and let's come back at 10:40. There will be more exciting things to show you. Okay? And at the same time, if you have any questions, let me know. Back in 10. Don't run away. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I will stop the sharing. I'll pause it. Pause it. Okay. Okay, welcome back. So we want to demonstrate the method A and B to move a container to another host or in new environment. Okay, let's do method A first. Assuming that we have a container called MyWeb that is running there, we have done lots of stuff there. Now we got a new computing resource. We want to use the we want to do the same thing, same work in the new environment, but we are lazy to do things from scratch. We can just wrap everything into the container in the current environment and then export it to a table. Yeah. And then on the other side of the computer, sorry, on the new computing environment, we copy or transfer the table to the new environment, and then we try to import the table from the transferred file. Yeah, this command does this, import. And then it becomes an image. From the image, we use doc run to run a new container on top of the image. And then everything will be in there. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it one by one. First, we export the current container into a table with my terminal here. Uh, okay. First, let's see what do we have. I have the my web thing here. Or my web v1. I can use whichever. So this is the name of the container. Okay. This is the one I have. Okay. You can indeed wrap or export anything you have. Okay. I run it. Oh, so fast. Let's see. ls tmp my web. It's there. See? Let me make it bigger for you to see it conveniently. Okay. Now we want to transfer this file to a new environment. But since today is just a demo, um, I we have to set up a new environment. But let me do this. Just pretending I have a new environment in a new cloud or any environment. Let's see what I have. I have another one, I think. It doesn't have to be just on computers. It could be anywhere, right? But only for today, I just for the convenience, I only use another machine here. Yeah, I connect to the guest 400.01. Okay, now it's Ermin 01, right? Minus all my Linux, this, oh, the two double L's here. But the thing that how can I transfer this data to it? maybe a little bit hard. I'm not so sure because I don't have a password access yet. I have to set it up. That's not so convenient. Hmm. You don't have to do this unless you are really familiar with this environment. I have to enable the what? The password authentication, so then I can use it to transfer my file. But if it's in a, let's see, in a public cloud in GCP something, you can just upload, right? Yeah. Um, Password. I think sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Where it is? Here. Password authentication. Yes. Wow. It's already there. If I give it a password, uh, mm, oh, you need current password. I don't know what's the current password. That's interesting. Uh, Let me see. I can sudo password Linux, and then I can give it a password. Let's say very simple one. Yeah, you know what? Indeed, I could do the same thing. The thin dash 747. The thin dash 747. I believe you may also log into this machine with the password now. If you want to try, let me see. Just randomly, if I SH to the machine IP, what's the IP? It's this guy. Yeah, I do the same thing, but let me see. Uh, but it automatically goes to that. Can you guys try this for me? Can you run this command on your terminal to see if you can use this password? The thin dash 747. Wish you lucky. Yeah. If not, you just say what I do here. If yes, then you can transfer files to there. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, now let me try to transfer my web to this where is yeah this permission denied. Did you input the password? Yeah. Let me try by myself. Connection closed. What's the problem? United. Yeah, yeah, weird. Because it's already enabled. So that's humans. See, SSH, SSHD, configure. Password authentic. Ah, I'm so stupid. Uh, I should uncomment this. So let it allow the password uh, authentication instead of the certificate or SSH key. Yeah, so restart SHD. Okay, now it should allow it. Let's try again. No? Are you kidding me? SH? No? You must be kidding me. Why it doesn't work? Headers. Yes, it's running. And password authentication, yes. What else I need to do? Normally it works this way. Anyway, doesn't matter. Just pretending I have a new environment. I got the table transferred. Let's see. Let's just simulate this. Just pretending I have this table transferred here. Okay. Now next, I want to. I already got this down. Let's assume this. Okay. Then I run this command. Okay. Let's differentiate this. Talk PS minus A. I have my web where it is here. Okay, run here, right? Pretending this is a new environment, I run this command and I give a different tag. Here I give the EI stands for export import, okay, to differentiate later save and load method. Okay, and I give it any tag. Let's say let's give it the today's date. Let's see how it works. So you can see that a container already, sorry, it should be an image. Let's see. Yeah, an image has already been created from the table. I transferred it to the new environment. Yeah, pretending this is a new environment. Then I can just run it. Just copy paste this long stuff, but change the tag. If you change the tag from the image, okay. 0207, it's today. Okay, I run this command. You can just simply copy paste. Okay. Oops, it's down. Why? Yeah, it should be there. Docker ps minus a. Let's see. Yeah, this is my new container in the new environment. Okay. And then we check if everything is well. Let's go inside this machine. Yeah. Okay. Now we are inside it. You can see the parameter changed from ermin01 to the what's that? The container parameter. Yeah, you can see here. Let's see what do I want to do. I want you to run apt update first. Why? Because we want to run a very simple command, but we don't have it. Because in the container, we get rid of all the unnecessary files. Yeah, to make it as small as possible. Yeah, because this PS stuff is only for interactive. uh, what's that actions. If we want to use it, we have to install it because this container is a Durbin, so we have to use apt. All we've done is just want to run this command, the little command minus ps minus ef. What do you say? Other than the sleeper 300, but there's nothing else. This service we're running, NGX, is not here, right? Why I want to show you this? I want to show you the difference from the one we will be doing soon. It's method B. Let's see the difference. Let's get out from this environment. Okay. Now let's move on to method B. By the way, does it make sense for you? Any issues? You can just experiment on the local, sorry, on the same machine. Yeah, you don't have to find a new environment today. Okay. Method B, we need to save a container to our image, and then at the other end, we import it. Very similar to the export import, but we will see a key difference soon. Okay. Before we do that, we have to stop running container, which is a little bit different from the one we just did. Okay, stop my web, stopped. And then we commit something. Yeah. That means after we done some change, we always commit to the, what's that? The new image. Oh, sorry, new container, whatever it is, just to the system. Yeah. And then we save it, just like we exported. We save it to SL, stands for save load. It's method B. Okay. Keep in mind this. Save. Yeah. It for you if you want to run it. Okay. Save. It's already saved. Let's see if it's there. Remember, we have a myweb ei.tar. That's the method A. And now we have SL. Okay. That's another one. Next, pretending we transfer this table to a new environment. Let's say GCP, AWS, or another on-premise computer. Yeah. And then we install Docker CE, as we just demonstrated, to it. And then we can just load the new image. Okay, let's load it. Now pretending this is the new environment, I got the table, I load it. Okay, load the image called myweb v1, which is different from the 0207, right? There's a new way to do it. Now let's run this container based on this image. Okay, a container already run. And then let's check the port because I didn't specify a port. I just let it to generate random port for me. I could do it. Yeah, it gave me so big a number. I don't like it. But anyway, just use it. Then we run this, give it the port number. See, we can see the web page, right? Yeah, that means the service is running. Let's go inside to the new container to see what's the difference. Docker exec minus iti stands for interactive. Yeah. My web SL sh. Okay. Now let's do the same thing as we did because we want to run the ps command. Just simply as this little command we need to install so many stuff. Yeah. Okay. Now we can run this command. Let's see what's the difference compared to what we got just now from the first method. We only got this. Well, now we got what? This. That means the services we just run in the old command also got migrated to the new environment. Isn't this awesome? We don't have to do everything from scratch. Amazing, right? So this is the benefit of using the save load method. I hope it makes sense for you. Okay? If not, let me know. Awesome. Now we have already done this so-called uh, migrate a container to a new environment approach or approaches. Okay. Next, any questions by far? No? Okay, let's move on. Next, I want to show you uh, how to customize and upload an image to the what's that? The Doc Hub. Indeed, this part, yeah, we need to register ourselves to the Doc Hub and then customize an image and upload to the Doc Hub, which is should be straightforward. Um, Indeed, I just want to go through it. I won't do it step by step. Then I won't leave it this for you as a homework. Okay, because eventually you need to use this. Yeah. So first we can load an image. We search it first, and then if we get one, we pull it. Remember the tag? Don't, yeah. Sometimes there could be lots of different tags for a same image. Okay, just keep in mind the tag you need. Each tag may mean different release. Yeah, and then load image. It's already loaded, I believe. It's after pull, and then you run a command called doc run to run a container on top of the image, and then um, you go to the container with root privilege. Yeah. By the way, yeah, here this a very good option, very useful. You use minus minus privilege, and then minus you use root, so then you can get the root privilege. Yeah, to do everything. Otherwise, you can only read the files. You cannot write files into a container. Okay. Yeah. Keep in mind this options. Okay. And then you do some changes. You could do whatever you want in a container. Yeah. And then you want to share with others. So you stop it first and then give it a message, a note using Docker commit minus M, just like a git. You use git minus M. Yeah. Add a note. And then log into the Doc Hub use a Docker login, and then you can push it. The very similar thing to Git, right? Yeah. Okay, I leave this part for you as a homework. Yeah. Next, I want to introduce such thing called app tuner or singularity. I think my coworker Jerry already introduced in the HPC talks about app tuner. Uh, but today I want to do my version. Yeah, because for researchers, app tuner is so useful. Yeah, okay. It's not harmful to just take a different look at it. Yeah. Okay. So obtainer formally is called a singularity. It's developed specifically for HPC based. Can you share this slide? You want now? Okay. Yeah, I'll share all the stuff later, but you can just take a look now. Let me see if it's already shared to everybody. Should be everybody. Okay. Yeah, somebody already there. Okay. Slideshow. Okay. As I said, Apteno is a very HPC-friendly container engine, similar to Docker, but because Docker has some drawbacks, and it overcomes this two main drawbacks. First is the so-called file system isolation issue. That means a Docker container cannot directly access the host file system unless you manually copy files to it, as we already demonstrated, right? Yeah, it's not so convenient sometimes. What we want is that we can directly share the file stream on the physical host. So yeah, Apteno can do this. Second, security issue. In Docker container, I'm not so sure about now, but in the past, at least, a Docker container can get root privileges. I think I already showed you, right? Did I? I have forgotten. Let me show you. Yeah. What's that? See, if in a Docker container, if I input ID, I get a root, which is very unsafe. Yeah. That means you can destroy the whole thing, including the physical host. Yeah, very dangerous. So, oops, I hit the full screen thing. Okay, so Aptainer overcomes this problem. In Aptainer, you don't naturally get the root privilege, so you cannot destroy things other than the container itself. Okay, yeah. These are the two main issues of Docker. So that's why Aptainer or Singularity was developed. But more than that, Aptainer or Singularity works seamlessly with HPC stuff like Slurm for batch job scheduling, and also for GPUs, and can use a InfiniBand kind of a interconnect, high-speed interconnect for the performance. Also can access parallel file system like Lustre. Yeah, so it's very convenient for our researchers to do high performance computing jobs. Yeah. Here is a list of the basic operations of Aptainer. Aptainer pull, very similar to Docker. Yeah, pull an image or run a container on top of image. Exec means run a command from the container. Share, just like we use -d for Docker to start a share from the container. Build an image. instance, just run a Docker at the backend. Sorry, share just like we run sh. Instance just like we run a -d in Docker. Okay, as a daemon. Okay, demo. Uh, Demo will be a tricky part because we need to set up environment. Let's see. Still on this machine. You can also follow me. Okay, but something will be tricky for setting things up, including CVMFS. But I really encourage you to encourage you to try, because later on you will have to do this from your end. First, let's get the web page. This full screen thing really sucks. Okay, now let's move on to this web page called the cheat sheet app tuner. I just copied it here for you. First, we have to install app tuner if there's no such thing. But on the HPC system, there is already app tuner or Singularity installed, so you don't bother to do this. Yeah. But in a cloud VM, you have to do everything by yourself. First, we run, assuming you are using either Red Hat, CentOS, AMA Linux, Fedora, or Rocky Linux. Yeah, you can run this command. If you use Ubuntu, you have to use apt get indeed. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. We just install app tuner. Okay. If you want to use a non-root user, you can run this guy. Hello? Sorry, I don't know. My Zoom just crashed. This is the first time. This is the first time I see Zoom crashed. Holy smokes. I don't know why. Huh? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, good, good. Okay. Uh, where we were? Oh, here. Yeah, have I done this? Not yet. Okay, I run this guy. Oops. Uh, Hi again. Sorry about this. It crashes again. Maybe that's just a guess. Maybe because I run some large language model on my laptop. I didn't unload it. That's my guess. Okay, let's try again. Or the room issue. Yeah. Uh, what else? Okay, let's see the terminal. Okay, let's see. Yeah, what I get. So upturner is already there. Let's try to run it. Okay, upturner. Good. So next, what is? Okay, the next big block is for people using the HPC system, like a Cedar, Gram, yeah, Beluga. So you don't have to install your own apptainer. It's already there. You just module load, okay? Then you can use it. But the thing that we don't recommend you to do it on the login node. Yeah. If some people do it there and with a heavy loaded, so the machine will be crashed. Yeah. So this the following command shows you how to run it into not only yeah sorry not only the login node is not recommended or not allowed, but also the slash home is not allowed. Yeah. So we recommend you to run in slash project. Okay. And then this command shows you how to go to the your what's that project space. Yeah, you just copy paste. You don't worry about the option, the meanings. Yeah, and eventually you run salloc with your account name, and then you go to a compute node to run it. Okay, but today we don't go through this part yet. This is just a introduction for you to know how to do it on the real machine. Okay. Now let's jump to the second step, basic operations of obtainer. First, we can try to run this command. Uh, where it is? Let me paste it here. Obtainer pull something called hello world, very similar to Docker, right? Can we save our own obtainer modules? What do you mean by save? Modules is just environment for you to run a command. You don't have to save. But later I will show you how to do it on the cloud VMs. Okay. Indeed. Let me see. Do we have one? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Uh, let me see. Yeah. If you want to run module on top of cloud, that's a very good point. You don't want to what's that install it. You can run from savemfs, and then you follow this uh, instruction to set up the so-called CMOS, and then you can use module load. Okay. I will just paste it here for you to do offline. Yeah. So after done that, you can run it as the same way as on the clusters. Okay. Because now we already installed it, so I just use it directly. There are so many ways, so up to you. Okay. Or if people are really interested, after this, I will show you how to set it up. Okay. But now let's just install it directly on the system and then run it. Okay. The command is Containerization app tuner. Yeah, let's run it. It download the image for me. Let's move this to the middle for you to see it conveniently. Okay. Then ls to see what happened. So it download a image file for me. The SIF stands for Singularity Image File. It's in green. Why? Let's see. ls minus l. That means it's executable. You can run it as a command. Remember I said a container can be small, can be bigger. Small as a command, big as a what's that huge black box. Okay, here it's just like a command. We can just run it. So it's output something like a taco, taco, taco. I don't know why it likes taco. Yeah. Okay. This is a very basic operation. Next, we already run this, and we can also use an obtainer to run it. Yeah, same thing. Okay. And we can run something from inside this container using exec uh, with this container, and then let it run. I don't know, echo hello, maybe. Yeah, it says hello. You may say this is useless. Why I need to do this? Remember, this is just a demo. You can do a very complex thing here, right? Using a container. As long as you have already deployed and developed something inside, yeah, to enable some functionalities inside. Yeah. Okay. And next, we want to do app tuner exec minus b opt then this container. What am I doing? The same thing as in Docker. We could mount the /opt uh, to the container. No, this is just a example. You can mount basically everything, all your data space. What I have nothing new here, but I can just make one. Make a dir, let's say my data. Oops, I have to do sudo. Yeah. Then pretending this is a space that I store all kinds of data in it. And then I try to mount it using this command. And this guy and sh, we go inside to see what it looks like. ls my data, see if it works. Yes, it works. Yeah, that means all my data already mounted to this container. I can use it. Okay. Uh, let's compare it. If I do something in this space, my file, I just produce an empty one. Should do. Okay, as in this space, I have some files. And then if I go back, let's check my data. See, it's in the belly of the container already. Yeah. See, internally, it's still called a singularity because it's on top of that. And we can start a share. That's basically the same thing as we just run sh. Yeah, same thing. Okay. You can use the shell command or use the sh at the end. Okay. I don't want to do this again. But oh yeah, indeed I want to demonstrate this. Obtainer shell hello world. Okay, we are in the timing of the singularity. Now let's say pwd. It's no, that's sometimes confusing. The pw is still the host pw, but ls is the no else still the host. That's weird. ID, yeah, but ID you can see the difference. Remember in Docker, the ID is root, right? Now appturner, the ID is the regular user account. That means you cannot destroy the or access the host files. You can do very minimum damage to the physical host, right? Yeah, that's one of the biggest improvement from Docker. Okay, yeah, this shows you the difference. If you in Docker, it shows root. Okay, that means Aptino is much safer. Next, we want to build an image from sandbox. Let's go back to the machine, Aptino, build sandbox. Yeah. Temp, any name. Okay, my Debian from image Debian latest. Okay, let's build a sandbox. Then we want to make some changes. Yeah, and then we can go to the sandbox or the whatever, just file system directory. We can do some change. Let's say I want to touch my mm, let's see my test. Yeah, it should be here, right? This is to show you if you have done some change, then you can build it to image, and then you can run it. Yeah, so you don't have to do it from scratch unless you are really familiar with using Docker file. Yeah. So here you just grab a base image, do some changes, then wrap it back as an image, then use it. Then we can share with others. Make sense? Okay. So I already done some change. Then uh, let's go back. Let's app tuner, uh, build, any name. My new Debian, give it a extension SIF. Then from the sandbox or directory, I made a change, then build it. Uh, no, where it is? Oh, my Debian. I already changed the name. Sorry, just to make it more meaningful for you. Yeah, it takes a little while because this is the whole OS. So yeah, it's done. This is the new image. with the change I made inside, then I can use it. So how to use it? Container run my new server. Okay, it's running. Now let's ls to see. See, my change already there. Yeah, that shows you how to use a container, how to share your work with others or for yourself later. Yeah. Okay. The next is about how to make it as a daemon. That's very straightforward. Yeah. Yeah. I just leave this as you as a homework for you, okay? Any questions? No? Okay. Move on. One important feature of the Aptiner is that it can directly access GPU resources. Very convenient. Okay. To do this part, we have to have a GPU resource, and yeah, the tricky part is that on a cloud we may have to set up something to use the G flavor, so it may not be good for today. So I will do it on Cedar. Why my terminal is so wide? Let me make it narrow. Clear. Okay. Now let's try to log into Cedar. I have a script. I have to log into it using the MFA. You can do the same thing if you have the access to Cedar or Grab, but I cannot guarantee you because it's a we will be in a long queue of jobs. Um, but let's try. It's not harmful to try. Then we need to go back to the big block I just showed you. But first, we can module load obtainer. If it's not loaded, then module list. You can see obtainer is loaded. That means you can use it. Let's run obtainer. Yeah, it works, right? The same thing as we did on the Cloud VM. Next, I want you to run the command called the module load ccenv and stdenv/2023, which may be the newest standard environment. That's loaded. Load it, yes. The assumption wrong. ccenv doesn't work. I don't know. Something changed. Let's go into the project space, our own project space. This is mine. Say I jump to from home to project space. Why? Because the home directory could be easily get full. So that's why for real jobs, we recommend you to use the project space. Otherwise, you don't have the permission to do many things. Okay. Next, we need to let's go back to the GPU section. See, I already run this command. And then we want to grab a GPU resource. We do this. Somebody may be confused why I jumped from the cloud computing environment to this HPC environment, because we can easily get a GPU. From the cloud computing environment, you have to apply through RAS, send an email or raise a ticket, and then you set things up according to the instruction to get the GPU. Yeah, today we cannot do it. It will take time. So that's why I do it on the HPC part. Okay. I want to use salloc and then specify how many GPUs we want, and memory, and blah 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 blah. Account name is my account name. Um, you have to specify the what's that account name. That's for the allocation account. Yeah, you could use your PIs, I believe, if you're a student. Yeah, this will allocate a compute node for you that carries a GPU resource. So, but this it will become a job, will be put into the queue that everybody is every jobs are in this queue. So sometimes it could take a long time. Let's see if we get a luck today. See, I get the job ID waiting for a resource. If we're lucky, it'll be very soon, or it could be a few hours. Oh, lucky. So we got a computer node called a CDR 294, right? And let's see if we got video. We got a GPU called Tesla P100, right? With a 108, 28 gigabyte memory. Yeah. But if we want to use it in a container, we have to run something like this with a minus NV. Okay. NV stands for NVIDIA, I believe. So now we have already entered into the singularity or obtainer. So from there, we run again NVIDIA SMI. Yeah, same thing. That means we can use a container, the GPU resource from the container. Okay, that's a very important.
I mean,
Otherwise, you have to set a, go ahead, please.
oh yes, I have a question. When so I'm on Cedar 2. When I put in Aptainer, it gives me different versions of Aptainer.
Which
Please
version?
select module to run Aptainer.
Which module? What's the number?
I'll just copy it in.
Sure. Yeah, the one I use the what's that the top one 1.3.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem. Any other questions? Okay. Next. Yeah, we have done the GPU stuff. Very important. Yeah. Okay. Um, the last part of Aptiner, I want to show you how to submit a Slurm job uh, on top of the HPC system. Yeah, because sometimes you want to run batch jobs on top of containers. Okay. First, you can run this command, the long command, to produce a job script. Let's see, we get off, get out of here. We go to the login node to do this. Okay. PW, I'm on project. Make sure you're on project. Okay. And then I run this command. Yeah. On login node of Cedar. Run this. Okay. It will produce a file called hello world latest SIF. That's a cat. Oops, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I am wrong. Yeah, it should be this name. This guy. Yeah. We have this job script That means we can submit a batch job across multiple compute nodes. Okay, let's run it. Let's say batch, as batch minus account. My default account name, yours could be def your username, yeah, or your PI's name, yeah. And then we run it. We get a job ID. So eventually it will go to a place, a compute node, a few compute nodes to run, and then return result for you. Okay. I believe my coworkers Camille and Jerry have already introduced about batch computing stuff, right? I don't want to repeat it here. Okay. This shows you how to use Aptainer in the batch computing environment. Okay. Okay. We have done Aptainer. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, feedbacks. If not, the rest 20 minutes, I want quickly show you another technology to use containers, which is basically a cluster of containers to connect them together to do more complex jobs or services. Yeah. Kubernetes is developed by Google and is very useful for big applications. Yeah. What we just demonstrated just a singular containers. Yeah, to do some smaller jobs or smaller services. Using Kubernetes, it can manage thousands of containers automatically and to do very complex business for people. Yeah. It features something like auto deployment. Once we already done the what's that some files using YAML or JSON, and then we can let it to deploy stuff by itself. And it can do auto scaling. That means if there are more workload, then it can scale up the resources automatically. Or if there are less workload, then it can shrink and kill some what's called containers automatically to save the resource and cost. It can also do auto healing. That means if some nodes or containers failed, it can automatically recover it or produce new ones to continue to provide the services for users. So that's why it's so powerful and useful. This slide shows you the rough architecture of Kubernetes from inside. Uh, Basically, you can see the core is so-called API server, and there are some other components surrounding it, just like a controller manager, scheduler, because there's so many containers you want to schedule it, right? And the DNS and the etcd for the configuration data, because there's so many containers share. We want them to share the same configuration. Yeah. If we do it one by one, if there are thousands of containers, that's impossible, right? And cloud control manager to interact with a cloud, just like we can run Kubernetes on OpenStack or on GCP. We use the cloud controller to interact with them. From the other side, we can see that it's a the cloud provider API like a OpenStack API or GCP AWS APIs. And then there could be tons of work nodes that are running the so-called kubelet daemons that will do the real work. So yeah, this basically show you the uh, architecture of Kubernetes. Uh, there is a link for the basics of run Kubernetes. Yeah, it could still be of very complex. Yeah, I won't give you a very straightforward I concept of how it works. I will show you a project I'm doing. Yeah, let me share my screen. Where it is, where it is. No, not here. Should be this guy. Yeah. I deploy something on top of Kubernetes that runs some services as a proof of a concept. Yeah. So on top of Kubernetes, I give users or system admins the convenience to deploy services, all kinds of services, uh, conveniently um, to do quick deployment. Yeah. So let's go. This is the head node of my Kubernetes machine uh, or cluster. I have three head nodes. This is the first head node. In the head node, it runs. Let me show you. I have alias of the command. The command should be something like that. kubectl get pod -a kind of thing. But I just make it a kgpa. Yeah. So you don't get surprised why I run this odd command. After I run this command, you can see that there are um, different containers. There could be dozens of them. Yeah. So on the left-hand side is called namespace. For each namespace, there are different functionalities. The kube-system are the core containers running. No, indeed, this is not a containers yet. At the back end, it's containers. Sorry. I'll show you. Docker ps -a. That's even more than that, right? Those are real containers. Yeah. What I just showed you called pods. Each pod could contain a few containers. Yeah. So in this what's that namespace, it runs some core pods, including something like the API server I just showed you, and the controller manager, this API server, right? And the etcd to share the configuration data to all the containers, and the DNS service for the containers. And network part, I use a Wave net. There are many different kinds of network stuff. And the cloud controller manager, that's for OpenStack. You can run for AWS, Azure ones. Yeah. And also some storage called a CSI, container storage interface. Yeah. Those compose the most how to call that core components of the service. On top of that, I run some applications. Uh, there are some auxiliary service like Ambassador for something called Ingress Controller API gateways. It's very useful. Yeah, and then certificate management, and then CVMFS. I even what's that loaded CVMFS using the so-called CMF CSI. So it will be convenient for other applications to just access CVMFS. And on top of all of that, I run some applications, something like a Jupyter Notebook or just a simple Nginx as a demonstration, and some researcher-oriented stuff like Overleaf for publication management. Uh, you want to publish some paper, you can run this service. And for some Slack-like what's that communication tools, there could be more. This project is basically for as a um, basis for all kinds of deployment of applications. Because I already basically build up all the stuff at the bottom level already for you or for you for our researchers or admins. So this may not be so straightforward, but if I show you on top of this, let's see, very basic service I run on top of that. It's Nginx. There's a name, domain name corresponding to the service. It's risk.c3.ca. Yeah. So see, this is the Nginx I run on top of my cluster of containers. It's a very simple but important demonstration. Next one, I said I have a Jupyter Hub. Let's see. See, everybody can run their own Jupyter Notebook or lab on top of this Jupyter Hub. Okay. Yeah, there could be more stuff like, let me see if it's still running. I haven't touched it so long time. Mod, what's that? Mattermost, yeah, Mattermost. Mattermost dot risk dot c3.c. Yeah, there's another service running. Or over leaf dot risk dot c3.c. Oops, this one is broken because something crashed. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to show you using containers, we can do so many things. And for example, there are different instances of containers or pods running. If I just, let's see, if I remove something, if I destroy something, let's see how it happens. Uh, First, let's remove this guy. kubectl delete port this guy in this which default. I just deleted. What the, so wait, it still work? Injects. See, it still works. Why? Because even this one is deleted. Come on, be quick. Remember this suffix. It will produce a new one for me automatically. I'll show it. Ah, too bad. This is the magic of using the Kubernetes containers. Yeah. Okay, let's say kubectl get ports grep nginx. Oops. No. Okay, minus a because it's a different namespace. See, it's already changed. It's automatically spawn a new container for me. Yeah, very convenient and very reliable. Yeah. Yeah, I could do something else similar to this. Yeah. This just to show you how it works and how reliable. Yeah. Using the Kubernetes on top of a containerization technology. And as I said, this is called a micro service because each component, each container can provide its own service, and together they can build a very complex service. Yeah. Okay. I think I've done what I want to introduce to you. And let me see what left. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Uh, we have done this. So thank you so much for attending my talk. Uh, Other than the three cloud computing talks, we have one more on next Wednesday. That's a GCP specific, given by a Google engineer or expert, talking about doing HPC and AI machine learning and Jupyter notebook and what else? Colab enterprise version for you to conveniently use the cloud on top of GCP if you are interested. Okay? I think I already sent out the email. If not, you let me know. If you don't get any of this, let me know. You're welcome. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions or whatever I can do for you. Okay. I'll be here until 12. You're welcome. You're really welcome, everybody. I really appreciate. Yeah, yeah. I'll stay here until 12 in case any questions, comments. Yeah. Bye, Chris.
Yeah, see, Erming. Yeah, containers is an excellent topic. I think you did a pretty good job.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Okay. I'll pause the what's that recording? Yeah. Stop the share. Yeah. So Augustine, you have passed what's that the problem? Did you overcome it?
Mean the problem I had during today's session?
Yeah, you said that you cannot access the what's at the port, the IP.
I was battling with that, and I thought that it has to do with the proxy or something like that, or the security,
Uh-huh.
because I could access um there's the Docker.
Uh-huh.
I could access that and the URL through in the VM. That's
Uh-huh.
VM we have in that, but to access it on the Mac, it's difficult, like to see it in the browser outside, like using call for the URL. It's not, it wasn't working.
So you can use a core to access to it, but not to the web browser, you mean?
Exactly.
That's very interesting. Because core basically the same as the browser.
Yeah.
Um,
This, if I use core
mhm,
um, on the VM of, so I have the Armor Linux VM, and then I
mhm,
have my own Mac VM, my own Mac terminal. So in the Armor Linux terminal, if I use the call for the URL, I'm able to get what I want. Even if I just use call the IP or the local host, I'm able to see something, you know. So, but if I do that on my Mac's terminal, it's going to say um, connection refused.
Can you just simply show with me your screen?
My
It'd be
screen.
much easier.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Make it bigger. Okay.
Should make the stars bigger.
What first? Where's your service running? Can you show me the service end? Let me see
Service end on.
on the VM.
Okay, so I should go to the browser to show you that.
No, no. I mean the container of sorry, the VM, right? You are running on NGX container, right? Yeah. And
So
then locally you can do it, right?
able to see the terminal.
Yeah, but which port you're using?
So let me make it bigger.
Yeah,
Plus, 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 plus.
yeah, local host. Yeah, this is from the container.
Yeah. So this was, I think, if I go up,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
with where I think we had the installation, and after that I did the install for the Docker, and then I checked the core localhost. It shows that Nginx is
Mm-hmm.
on,
Which
and
port you're using for outside world? You use the 80 or 8085, as you said.
okay, the port, yes,
Uh-huh.
I use
885. Yeah.
5,
Huh?
and so when I thought that it has to deal with the port and some IP to check to troubleshoot network again, I still found out the localhost 885 is working here. And but if I try that in the browser, just like even if I just do the call ordinary here, you see it's going to say fail to connect just as it does in.
That's because yeah. Which what's that? The left side terminal is your Mac, right?
Yeah, that's my Mac. Like,
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's why, because remember we need to open the port for you from builders, but you use a very different port, 8085. I didn't open this for you, so can you go back to the browser?
okay,
You can open by yourself. Okay, let's go to the OpenStack. Yes, and then go to network.
okay, network.
Yeah, and security groups. Security groups. Left hand side. Left hand side.
Left
Yes,
security.
security groups, yes. And then manage the rules of the web. Yeah, this one.
Okay.
And then you can see there's no 8085, right? Add the rule up.
So add a rule.
Yeah. And TCP is okay. Just give a port number 8085.
85.
Yeah, and add. To make it safer, you should open only to yourself, but this is just the test. Okay. Now you can try. Yeah. 8085. This no, no, not this one. No. You should use what's that? The
Let's localhost.
not the localhost. The IP of the public IP or floating IP of the VM.
Okay, I should go to the.
Go to the third. Yeah, yeah, right. And find the instance.
Okay.
compute. Yeah. Instance. Yeah. The 206.
I should go to the, if I get to the instance, I should just go to my account and go to the
No, you just copy the 20612 number.
0612. Yeah.
Yeah. And then no 8085 colon 8085.
Okay.
No 3W thing. Colon 8085. Yeah. Yeah. It should work. Why? Oh, let me see. You run a container on top of that, and you can access to it already locally. Can you go back to your terminal and because it's blocked for me. Can you just move it up a little bit, the whole terminal? I cannot see the last line because it's blocked. Yes, and just cur, or you just Docker PS. Show me what is running.
Yes.
Docker PS. Nothing. Hmm?
Bad pattern. Um,
What happened?
um,
Why no Docker PS?
yes. I think if they, I mean, I have a syntax. Oh, yes. Docker PS come back with, let's see. Oh, why does
Just
it?
Docker PS, but why you get a wrong
Yeah, right.
error?
Yeah, and it's returned back to the base.
No, you don't have to search the command. You just
Okay, I
run
was
it
saying
for
I
me.
should log in again.
Huh?
It's returned me to the base, so I'm no longer in AMA Linux. Um,
Oh, you're not on a Linux. That's why. Okay.
that's why I'm trying to look for the command to SSH.
Yeah. You don't have to search. You don't have to search. Let me tell you how to do it. Can you just
Okay,
pause? Yeah. SH
yeah,
space
yeah,
minus L minus L. Alma Linux space Alma Linux. Sorry, space Alma Linux. And space the IP address 206.12. Yeah. Yeah, you need to find the path of the key. Is it this one? No. Yes, good. Okay, then doc PS.
Docker
Yeah,
PS.
nothing. You don't have any container run. It's already down. So now
Oh,
you can run one.
so I can just do the,
Just simply run. I'll paste the command for you.
yeah, Docker run,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Now you can cur it. Cur, but you said 80. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It should work. So now you go back to the browser because now you're using 80. You don't have to set up the rule, but whatever, it doesn't hurt. Okay. Just access the IP address. Just copy the IP address, paste. Yeah, do it. Yeah, see, works. Right? That's because you use 80 to map to 80. So at the other end, we already opened the 80. If you go back, you want to use 88, 80, 85, then you can still try it. You know what I mean? If you go back to the terminal, that one, not your Mac one. Nothing to do with your Mac, indeed.
Get that. Go back to the Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go back to the command, the run docker run command. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just no, just the last second one. Oh, sorry, what do you call that? Yeah, this one. If you want to change the first 80 to 85
Yeah.
or any number, yeah. And then you can run again, then you should be able to
Okay.
do it. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah. But you have to
So
change the my web name because you will be a different one, right? Let's say 2.0 or whatever. Yeah.
yes, but you know, what I installed this image. I think the first one. Okay, after the verify. I think I should not take your time. So then, since this
That's
works,
okay.
I can
Yeah.
continue with the, yeah, like I run the hello world, docker run hello world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this is not a service. It's already gone. After display this message, it's gone. Yeah.
So I can just follow the instructions you have in the GitHub.
Yeah.
And if I have any problem, can I reach out to you?
Yeah. Just feel free to let me know. Yeah.
And
But for
normally,
general questions, you can ask my you can send to research.support at yourborder.ca. Yeah.
okay, okay. And
Because some issues may be my coworkers may have more resources to help you. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And on the account you gave me, I set up a VM. Is that
Yeah.
okay? That's the Geoffrey's one. So I set up a VM, and I just want to know if that is okay, so that I keep working on what I'm doing there.
This one or the OpenStack one, the GCP one, you mean? Yeah.
Yes, on the GCP one.
Yeah.
So I want to be sure that it's not something that is going to be brought down, so that because I'm just working straight on that now, so that
Yeah,
I,
you can definitely use it. Yeah. Uh,
yes, because
but
so
as I said, this is a short term, 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
okay, so anything I do on this VM, it should just be within 6 months, right? And then,
Yeah.
okay,
As long as we renew it for the next year, fiscal year from April to next April 2026, then you're free to use it for 3 to 6 months. So, but at least you get 2 months, right? Until the end of March this year. I believe we should renew this whole project, so you should be good. And feel free to use it. And but please keep eyes on the cost. Don't make it a very huge amount. Otherwise, you're good. You're free to use. Okay.
I just want to be sure that what I just set up now is not a Ujama, because what I have is from the VM is one for the RAM. I think it's one. You see,
Yeah, that's okay. I see it. It's E2
one
high
two.
16. It's not a big deal. It's a medium size VM.
Okay, so one
Yeah,
16 and 128. Okay,
that's
so
okay.
no,
Don't
no
worry too much. And you can see the cost from the billing. Can you click on the top left? top left.
left.
Yeah, top left, the three bars, just
Okay,
like the no, not this one. Top left. That's the three dot. Top left,
that's
left.
the
Yes, this guy. Yes,
yeah.
the billing. Yeah, click on it. You can see the cost usage. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Mm, click on report for me. Yeah, if there's a cost, you should see something here. But the report shows the more details. Every
So,
day, how much used.
so if I keep an eye, what do you think I should focus on as minimum? Because I'm just like I don't want anything that is going to be like get a report from you, your team, like maybe I'm using so much. Like what minimum should I target if I check like
Um, I can give you a ballpark number. You can use a few grand, a few thousand per month.
oh,
That's acceptable. Okay, should be decent enough for you, right?
okay, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
'Cause like this VM you're running could be a few hundred a month. Yeah, you still have
VM,
some headroom. Yeah, because
okay.
I know that you want to do data analytics and AI machine learning stuff, right? Feel free
Yes,
to do it, but you don't use something like H200. That's not affordable. That's too much.
yes, like yeah. So it's just the LLM, the Olama that I think I'm just run there and I think so. But I'll keep an eye on it, and if I think it's going up, I will screenshot to you so that
Yeah, please. Yeah, that'd be great. So I don't want you to feel too restricted, but still, please keep eyes on it. So we don't overuse
include.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. You're really welcome. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
Um, I will send that as an email to you because I would just appreciate like I don't know if I can continue to get a continuous support from you based on the project I'm doing. We're just here in digital humanities and we're not very good at something, so we just need some support. And I will appreciate if I can reach out to you like based on some of the activities we're doing here. With the data set and the virtual
Mhm.
machine and the
Yeah. You know what? I get what you mean. Sorry, I didn't get time to read your email, but according to what you said, yeah, for sure. We welcome to you to contact us, but it'll be the best you contact the mailing list first because we have different people to support different things. On the other
okay,
hand, we we try not to touch from inside the project we set up for users because so many different projects, so many different needs. We cannot, we try best, but we may not take care of everything. So, but we can share with you some documentations because Google has a comprehensive stuff. We can share this part, and we can at least give you the direction where to to dive deeper. Yeah. So you have the what's that? The mailing list, do you? Researcher dot
maybe.
support.
I would like to, if you have some helpful links or other things you can send to me so that I keep be able to be
Yeah,
connected to support from your unit because um
yeah. You can send email to this, or the standard way is to raise a fair of the fresh what's that? Fresh service ticket.
okay,
Then we will eventually get the ticket. Even it's a slower, but it's the standard way. Because sometimes I could be very busy. Yeah, I cannot guarantee my time, right? So you can reach us from those two ways. And on the other side, if you want have something, some questions about the national cloud service, you can send email to what's at tag.alliance10.c. Okay?
okay,
Good.
thank
Yeah,
you. Not this one, yeah.
yeah. If it's really needed, you can contact me directly. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. That was,
yeah. Okay.
okay, see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day. Bye bye.